do we have for Foxy, and can she make a comeback?
I know she had a little rant, and she was dissing Lil Kim.
Leave Kim alone. Like, Kim hasn't even mentioned you. Like, what are you doing? Do you really think dissing Kim is the way to get hot? Like, really? And where's the songs? How come nobody just puts out music anymore? What's all this dissing shit?
Are you really checking for a new Foxy Brown song?
I don't have one to check for if I wanted to. What the fuck is she doing? Your first record out, you're dissing somebody from 12 years ago. Read my lips. Stop. If you're going to attack somebody, attack someone valid. This is Jamal talking. I care about you, Foxy. I don't care about you, Foxy. That was a lie. But I gotta tell you I care about you so that you believe I care about you. If you go attack somebody who doesn't use PayPal to sell their albums. Attack Jazz when she releases her album. But don't attack Lil Kim. Ain't nobody checking for Lil Kim.
I invited Jamal this week because he is respected within the industry. He got his start at Def Jam. He helped build the digital platform, the bridge between Island and Def Jam to help support Justin Bieber. He is now Nick Cannon's general manager. He manages Corey Guns.
It pains us to see like someone who has an influence over female hip hop and hip hop in general to continuously go down this road of dissing Lil Kim, who has now stopped dissing you and Nicki Minaj because she's actually got the fact that it's gotten her nowhere. And now that you keep going back down that road, you're wasting the little time that you do have at these little clubs and these little venues that you're booking, and you're dissing Lil Kim, who's actually was just in Australia with 50 Cent. And I'm not trying to say like that's the biggest thing in the world. If Kim was in your situation, then I can understand it, but she's trying to get back to what she was maybe 10 years ago. You're still dissing and being bitter. It's horrible.
Tell these hoes to form a union. Stop fighting each other. Stop being crabs in a bucket. Get together, make money, stop bitching with each other.
Artists need to realize that not every artist is going to have a 20-year longevity. I think that Foxy, through a lot of her own doing, has kind of run her course a little bit. Perhaps the days of Fox being Foxy the artist are maybe behind her. I'm very big on branding. Russell Simmons said you have to get out of the music business in order for it to survive. You have to get into the artist business. And I believe that Foxy needs to get into the business of Foxy, and that business has to transcend outside of just music and outside of just touring. She has to look at the other possibilities. There's 360 degrees of Fox. Show us more of that. Whether that's a reality show, whether that's her getting into film and television, whether that's her becoming a behind-the-scenes player, developing artists, being a consultant. I don't know.
Fuck all that branding. Fuck all that whatever. It starts with the music. How are you going to tour? How are you going to bring yourself? How are you going to cross-promote? There's no records. There's no freestyles. You need a record. You need to get in the studio, and that's it.
There's nothing worse than a boxer who fights too long.
You can start a non-for-profit organization for females, do some empowerment things, incorporate hip-hop in it, and take that lane and use your time with that and teach them how to be hip-hop artists, innovative females.
If music is your main focus and you still have this undying love for it, find an artist. You're from like one of the hardest cities or boroughs in the country. Like, I'm sure there are plenty of girls beating down your door, beating down your brother's door, or whoever. Find that next artist.
Because nobody wants to follow the loser. If you keep taking losses, nobody wants to follow the guy who's constantly taking a loss. My whole thing is this: who's in your camp that's not telling you this is a bad idea? I'm still with my first piece of advice, yo. Get rid of your camp. There's somebody in your crew who is not telling you the truth. Whatever's happening, they are not keeping it 100 with you. They are not telling you what really needs to be done. They're telling you a bunch of bullshit. You need to shake that shit loose. Somebody in that camp should have thought enough to be like, yo, do not start this dissing shit. It's not working. Either they're on some yes men shit and don't really care, or they really just don't know and assume that this is the right way to go. Either way, it's not a good look for these people to be around you.
As you fall off, so does your camp. Yeah, so the people who are in her camp now are like family members who aren't necessarily being as objective as
those
possible.
People right off the rip, like somebody, if that's what's happening, get rid of those people. Somebody around you should have said, I can't. Somebody around you should have said, this is not smart. We will not win doing this. Don't do it. Stop.
People have a camp all day long. The problem is Foxy. It's not the camp, it's Foxy.
If no one is saying, this is what we're gonna do, and you're not gonna diss Lil Kim or Nicki Minaj or whatever, and then there's an issue. If they still find dissing Lil Kim as relevant as it was back in 96 or 99, whenever, then there's an issue.
If you're still riding hard for Fox, like, yo, we're gonna make another run, you're just as delusional as Foxy.
If Foxy plays her position, she can be back at a certain spot.
Yeah.
She won't be prominent, but she can keep paying her light bill.
If Foxy studies what she's done for the game and thinks, okay, how can I take that to 10 notches in 2011?
Fox's run is a little dumb.
But that's off the strength of her.
Kim just got a new deal. Old dogs can learn new tricks. They just got to be willing to do it. Stop resorting to the same old bullshit.
Who's even doing that at a successful pace now? Last person who dissed a bunch of people and really got some shit from it was 50. He tried it with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne didn't take the bait.
He got rich off of that. If it don't work for him, you damn sure ain't gonna work for Foxy, for Lil Kim, or whoever.
If nothing else serves as proof, let this serve as proof. As soon as Kim shut the fuck up about Nicki, she got a deal. Literally the following week, she got signed. If I was managing Foxy Brown, I would tell her, let's get in the studio, let's not try to recapture some of your old magic, but let's create new magic. There's clearly a talent there. Even if it's laying dormant, it's still a trait and it's still something that you possess. Let's awaken that. Let's bring back the good. Bring back the parts of your career that people want to remember, and you know, let's leave all the BS behind. Nobody's ever gotten forward looking behind.
To me, the dissing thing with Foxy and Kim is not even about, oh, I'm dissing because of the music. I think their time, their era, and their mindset, that's how they roll, that's how they are.
I would like to see a good, healthy battle. And it's not just for record sales. It's like, yo, I think I'm better than this person. I'm putting my shit up. You put your shit up. I would enjoy watching that.
Yeah. Nobody wants to watch two retards have a fist fight in the schoolyard after class.
Not at all.
I think Fox has a lot of other issues. She's got image issues going on. Fox rose to fame. Yes, she was a dope lyricist, but at the same time, she was a sex pot. And as she gets older, nobody wants to necessarily see her as the sex pot. So what is she going to do? Image-wise, where is she going to go to?
Fire everybody around you. Whoever's telling you that these things you're doing is a good idea, they have to go.
The responsibility lies with Foxy. Foxy's a grown woman. She's responsible for herself. I think that, yeah, her camp could be poisoned and she needs a new camp, but at the end of the day, it's not called Foxy Brown in the camp. It's Foxy Brown. She is an artist and she is responsible for her artistry. She's also responsible for where her career goes. I think maybe Fox's run as an artist is done, but I think that there are lots of unexplored areas that she could go into and do well. And I think that she's so hell-bent on reclaiming what she had in '98.
If Foxy catches a nice record, as well as Kim, we have 3 females that we can choose from. We have Foxy, Kim, and Nicki.
Nicki sees Wayne as her competition. She's shooting above.
The fact that there are no other females means that she's not putting herself into the kind of thing where she only sees that counterpart as her competition. Right. She's viewing the people on her team, everybody really, as her competition. So that's why she'll continue to advance. Exactly. Right. So she'll grow as long as her competition grows. You can only play to the level of your competition. Foxy and Kim always had each other, and that's why Foxy's going at Kim now, because that's all she's had.
I think Fox is done.
Neither one of them are done, as Jamal said. She got a deal the week after she stopped dissing Nicki Minaj.
Right. Where is it gonna go?
That's for her. That's not for us.
She needs a record she can tour off of. She can go and play venues at 3K a pop.
Every artist is always one record away from being relevant again.
I think she's one hit away from sort of novelty success. Now, do I think that it's impossible for her to have one hit and that propel her career again and she does another 4-album run? Nothing's impossible, and if that happens, absolutely dope, and I'm happy for her. I think that the odds that she would be one hit away and have a sustainable career after that are against her. I mean, we've seen enough one-hit wonders to know that one hit doesn't necessarily mean it's going to lead to a resurgence of her career, a sustainable resurgence. I think that...
Sit up, your tits are coming. No, I'm just saying, like, they were coming out. Like,
you know what?
It's very hard to debate with the pillows. Like, the pillows need not to surface while we're talking about, you know, informative shit. Because now you got the viewers of Jump Off TV looking like, yo, who's the big titty bitty? Put a hoodie on. No one wants to see you because you're about to go on a date. You got the mommies out. Put the mommies away. I don't want to see that shit no more. No matter how we think about their camp, no matter how we think about their image, they are both one record away. We wouldn't be talking about Foxy on stage or Kim on stage. We wouldn't give a shit because we know their time is done. But we see like there's a little bit left in both of them. You can't come into the game with the same mindset that you had in '98. It's not that. The MP3 wasn't as popular. The video vlog wasn't as popular. The grassroots wasn't as popular. Like, it was the label that was doing that. It wasn't your team from the block that was doing it. It was the label. Like, you couldn't put your best friend on your team to help you. it was a label that was assigned to do it. And I don't think it's over for Foxy. I don't think it's over for Kim. I just think what they're doing right now, it's over for that.
She should start acknowledging the online space and really letting people know what her personality is, who she is.
That might be a mistake.
What's been put out about her personality is that she's crazy. May not make the greatest to deal with personally, but it's crazy is always interesting to watch. So I think that you know, she might actually do well with the reality show.
2 birds, 1 stone. Let one of these new niggas write a record for you.
Acknowledge people, study the competition, just really get back to why she got into this in the first place. Like, I don't think Kim and Foxy are fans anymore. When it comes down to it, it's like, yo, I need to eat.
They feel entitled.
Man.
They have this sense of entitlement that, okay, I sold all these records, y'all should respect me. And while I do agree on a certain level, just because I respect you doesn't mean I'm still gonna ride with you.
Yeah.
And I think that they need to get back to actually making us want to ride with them. And they haven't done either. And I don't personally think that they can.
I think she can make a decent run, but I think little stutter steps like this just chip away at whatever legacy she already had, and that's fucked up. You hate to see somebody ruin their own shit.
If I had to bet my money on who can make a comeback, I would put my money on Kim, but I would pray for Foxy to make a comeback.
If I had to think of one product for Foxy Brown to endorse, the obvious joke would be a hearing aid, which would be just horrible, so I'm not gonna make it. If I was Foxy, I would have been on the hair salon by now. I would have been on the string of hair salons by now, and then I would have turned that shit into a show.
Foxy, I remember I missed. I don't know if I could ever see her again, you know, on a full selling stage, no matter who does the right thing at this point. But that she can make herself a little bit relevant and, you know, have a little special chair in the first 10 rows of an award show again. I think that can kind of happen if she had a better camp. But, I don't know. But like I said over there, every artist is always one hit away from being relevant again.